Hey everybody, it's Lord Magicus, and we're going to play Merfolk and Legacy today. So, as we discussed before, Luris is banned in Legacy, and along with him is Zerda. That is also gone. So, both of them were just ridiculously powerful companions that were, they needed to go. And to be honest, there's probably more that need to go, like Garuda and Yorion for sure, but to start, I mean, maybe one day we'll get back to the point where we can ban like Astrolabe and go from there, but at the very least, like, the format is better, like, this week than it was like 2 weeks ago. So I don't know how much that really says about it, because like I still think the companions are a problem, but you just take the small victories and go from there. I mean, I don't even know if I'm comfortable using the word victory to describe what happened, but we're just gonna move forward and pretend that things are okay, even though they're very obviously not. So yeah, this time what I'm going to do is we're gonna jam Paradigm Shift Fishies. I'm going to play Mystical Disputes in my main deck. So I think this is a reasonable card to include when we're trying to jam, Shift into Thassa's Oracle. This means if we have 3 mana up, this lets us play through counterspells. Curse Catcher's fine. It's a little bit like this card, like, over time just gets weaker, but I mean, it's okay. I think that I'm willing to try 2 disputes to go with these, like this, and the other things, like, this can counter some important stuff, like it can counter opposing like True Name Nemesis or Yorion Okos, things like that. So we'll see if this actually does anything relevant. I mean, even as like a cancel, it's not that bad. We're trying to get to 3 mana anyway, so we can play True Name, so it's one of the reasons I don't have Mutavault in here, because we have like too many double blue spells for Mutavault to really work in this kind of list. The Oracle, like, replacing Silvergill means that we cannot really get away with brown mana as much now, so got it. We're keeping the islands, and yeah, we're just gonna play Fiery Islets instead. Maybe fake out people that were like a Delver deck or something, who knows. So I actually removed Brazen Borrower from this list, and I don't know if that's going to be a mistake or not. It's certainly going to be worse against lands, but again, like, lands is also a deck where like Brazen Borrower helps, but it only does so much. Like, it's going to be hard anyway. We still have Merfolk Trickster to try to punch through Merit Lodge that way, but to be perfectly honest, if there's a Lodge in play, like, more often than not, the lands player has access to Sajari's Step to deal with Brazen Borrower, so I don't know if losing like 2 copies of that from our 75 really matters that much. And we do still have Venser. Venser is something we're bringing in anyway. Venser can also handle things like Bridge if we ever come up against them. But I mean, we also have the ability to just combo with Paradigm Shift and Thassa's Oracle in the face of Ensnaring Bridge, so it's not really that big a deal if we run into it as like it would be if we just had a normal list. So other than that, sideboard's pretty standard stuff here. Grafdigger's Cage for like the Reanimator decks. With like Garuda being a thing, Cage is going to be super relevant. Relic of Progenitus, good against like the grindy fair decks. Like anything with Tarmogoyf or Knight of the Reliquary, we want Relic for. Null Rod, like, there's still like Bomberman, and there's still like Storm decks where this is very relevant. And I imagine, like, I don't know, like, do we bring this in against Garuda? Like, maybe. It might be a little bit slow there, though. I think we may have enough other cards already, so. But I mean, that this is just a good card to have in the sideboard, so. Dismember, it's like for the fair decks, so yeah, I think we're doing okay with this. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about it. This is pretty straightforward. We're just jamming a bunch, like basically 4 of everything, except we just split the difference in Curse Catcher and Dispute, because I want to try this card out, but leaving in some number of Curse Catchers, like, always keeps them on guard, and like sometimes it contributes to like the aggro plan, so we'll see how it goes. But with that said, let's go and jam some Legacy. Okay. There we go. I also tried to fix the volume a little bit. I noticed, like, a lot of times when I upload stuff, I'm kind of quiet, so I found the setting where it lets me increase the volume past what the normal mic limitation is, so hopefully that's going to be better. It seemed like it was when I tested it, but we'll find out. Alright. Let's go. What do we got? Well, we are on the play. I would love to play. So they are not revealing anything. This hand is not very good. It has like 5 lands in it, and this card doesn't really do anything by itself. This is better, I think. It has the combo, so I guess we're gonna keep it. I guess I'm putting Mystical Dispute on the bottom. So, I don't know what we're up against here, but hopefully we'll be able to erase it with Paradigm Shift and Oracle. If the shift resolves, like, that's really good. We'll have Vial ready to win that way. Once upon a time, Elfish Visionary. Oh, fuck us. So we're playing against Elves. Well, then we really, really need to hit a land drop. If we hit a land drop, we win in turn 3. Well, the Mystical Dispute is not going to be very helpful, though. So it's a good thing we put it on the bottom, because, yeah, it does nothing against this deck. Okay, well, so here is the plan. If I play Paradigm Shift right now, well, I don't actually need to. I can do it next turn. So I think what I'll do is I will Trickster down their Llanowar Elf. I can play it on my turn, because I'll take Violet to 2, then play Shift, and then play Oracle. I just have to not die this turn, so we're hoping that Trickster is going to help us accomplish that. Alright, let's see what they can do. So, this is a scenario where I think we probably are okay, but you never want to really gamble with Elves like this. Like, so if we have to play a fair game against Elves, we are going to die. Okay, that's not bad at all. That means we probably are going to win. Because if they're taking the turn off just to play that, then I think that we're okay. Yes. Once again, like, what, on our turn 3, we managed to just win the game with the stupid combo? That's fantastic. They're just like, what the hell is going on? Is this like a Merfolk deck or what? Like, no, this is a combo deck now. So I don't think there's anything. Yeah, they didn't even let me show them the Oracle. All right, they just gave up. Neat. So, yeah, combo like this match is horrifically bad for us. So, this turns off like Green Sun Zenith and Natural Order if they're on that. To be perfectly honest, we are not winning a fair game of Magic against this deck. It's just not going to happen. So, yeah, I'm trying to, so what do we need? We need, like, anything that's going to slow them down and keep them from killing us. I don't think Curse Catcher is going to be super relevant. So I could bring in Grafdigger's Cage. I also have Force of Negation or Dismember are also options. But I think more than anything, we're probably on the plan of either jam Chalice on 1 and protect it, or go for the combo. So what's going to help us do that the most? Like, Force is... we don't really want to use this if we don't have to. I mean, it does... I'm trying to think, like... because they're going to bring in stuff like Abrupt Decay, probably. Yeah, I mean this also this does hit like all their important sorcery, so maybe this is fine. Like they're not a deck where I really want to dismember things. Ugh, fuck. Alright, I'll take in 2 cage. I'll just hedge it like this. And we're just gonna hope that that's gonna be enough. Okay. So Elves is not a good matchup for us at all, like, but if we can gem the combo faster than they can spew out their entire hand onto the board, that's great. This is a real risk. So if we can get this Chalice online, like, that would be good. But there's no guarantee that we're going to. So if we have a land in the top 2 cards, it'll be fine. Can we do better than this? It would be like Aether Vial and then Force Pitching Force. And then pray that like they don't Abrupt Decay Chalice. It does not seem like a good plan. I think we have to mulligan at least once. This is better. So we have the combo. And we have some interactive cards against him, so yeah, you have Once Upon a Time. So you get a Wooded Foothills, I'll play it. Probably play Llanowar Elf again. That's usually their best turn one. Either that or Green Sun for 0. Nettle Sentinel, ooh, neat, okay. Play Cage, this will turn off Green Sun Zenith and also Natural Order. Alright, Glimpse of Nature. I can't do anything about this, so sure. Go crazy. Unfortunately, like, we can't really combo on turn 3 because we don't have a card in the graveyard to live. Like, if we play Paradigm Shift, then we can't actually get there. So they're gonna have like a bajillion Elves in play. They don't have a black mana to remove this yet. No, they do. They have Birchlore Rangers if they need it, so. Yeah. No, they're going off like this for sure. So like the first hand definitely wasn't going to do anything. So we just play Island. I think we probably want to play Merfolk Trickster. I want them to attack with the Nettle Sentinel. Because I want the Trickster to die so then I can play Paradigm Shift and the Oracle. That's terrifying. Yeah. So goodbye Cage. Which means we are in danger now. It's just only once per turn, okay. Yeah, like if they just have like pretty much anything, we're fucked. So I guess I just jam Trickster here, right? We'll hit the Nettle Sentinel, try to slow them down. So we do have a card in the graveyard now, at least, so if we Paradigm Shift, we don't... We have to live for 2 more turns, and hopefully that'll get there. So I guess the best thing we could draw is like Force of Will. Alright. Oh fuck, I should have waited for the untap trigger. I messed that up. They have... I just gave them access to a mana, which I didn't need to. So the question is, yeah, that was a mistake. I just timed that poorly. This sloppy play, and it's going to cost me almost definitely. I'm just getting Dryad Arbor. Well, this means that I think we probably need Force of Will here. Okay, well, so you're telling me there's a chance. We can force something and then pitch Thassa's Oracle and just win like that. So we just need to counter, you know, a sufficiently large, like, search spell. As long as we don't let them get Crater Hoof Behemoth, I think we have a chance. That was the card that we needed to pick up here to have a shot, I think. Because, yeah, we can take, like, a regular attack. We just can't take a Crater Hoof attack. So all we have to do is just force Crater Hoof. So even if they play, like, Gaia's Cradle, that's not a problem. So we'll have 0 cards in deck next turn, and then play Thassa's Oracle, and that'll do it. What's going on here? Black mana? What are you doing? Are you gonna, like... You can't Abrupt Decay anything right now. Like, you can only hit this Trickster, and it doesn't really matter if you do. Okay. So what are you doing with this mana? That's what I'm confused with here. Okay, sure. You kill off the Merfolk Trickster. That doesn't do anything. Okay, Gaia's Cradle, so... Druid is not enough. Gives him 7, so... We're just using this Force of Will on Green Sun Zenith, I think. And it should win us the game. We have 1 card left. So I think it's a forest, isn't it? Right? So I think, yeah, it's over. We draw Cage, we play Oracle, we win the game. Okay, deal. They might think because we exiled an Oracle that we don't have a second one in hand for the Force, so that's what they're just waiting to see. If we had exactly Force, Oracle, Oracle, which we did. So there we go, we won against Elves because of the combo, which, like, that match is incredibly bad otherwise. Like, it's very hard to beat Elves. They're just way too fast for the most part. Like, they had Reclamation Sage as well. They went off on turn 2, but we picked up Force on a critical turn where, like, it was either Force or die, and yeah, there we go. That's making the combo look good. So, yeah, that was, yeah, absolutely incredible. They have stupid combo wins. Well, guess what? Now we have stupid combo wins. Yeah, I was pretty impressed. We had a very, very good hand, I think. We picked up everything we needed to beat them. So we're on the draw. This isn't bad. They haven't revealed a companion, so I think that it's probably fine to keep this. We have Aether Vial, and like maybe this Mystical Dispute will do something. I mean, we kind of have to draw another land, but we have a little bit of time, and like I said, we still have Vial, so that can tide us over for a little bit, hopefully. So I think that I'm willing to risk keeping this. So I don't know what we're up against yet. It's probably fine. Verdant Catacombs, oh, that's usually not a good sign. I mean, okay, Savannah says Maverick. Well, this Dispute's not going to do very much then. That is a super dangerous card. We need to, like, do something fast. Okay, that's definitely a huge boon here. Because now if we pick up Thassa's Oracle, like, we have the win. But Hex Drinker's going to get really big really quickly, so we have to do something about it. Can potentially use this Trickster to like keep it offline for like a turn. So I'm wondering if they debate if they kept like a 1-land hand. That might be why they debated this for so long. No, they did. They have 2 lands. Okay, so what was it about your hand that was like weird that you wanted to really consider it so long? Because that usually the longer like somebody spends debating it, like the weaker the hand is going to be. But it looks like it's working out. So. Galactique. Okay, so I can't use Force of Will anymore. That's fine. I'm not really worried about that. We're just looking for Oracle at this point. So let's play our Lords and pass. So again, if we pick up Oracle next turn, we just win. Otherwise, like, we're going to have to probably Violin, Master of the Pearl Trident, and then hold up Trickster or the Mystical Dispute. Because we can cast the Mystical Dispute for 3 mana. Unfortunately, we picked up Islands, which means they can't Wasteland us off of our mana. So, but it means we might also see something like Knight of the Reliquary. That could be a thing. Which wouldn't necessarily be the end of the world. Hex Drinker, they might just go upstairs with it and make it a 4/4. Which again, that's not really the end of the world if that's what happens. I mean, Galactique's not really hurting us, it's just turning off Force at this point, and like Force of Will is not very good against this deck. It's more like something you do because you have to, not because you want to. Please not Reclamation Sage. I don't think they main deck any of those, but it's possible. Okay, so it looks like they're going up. They're gonna 4/4 this thing, which is actually okay because I think we can beat that. assume... Oh, really? They're going to attack with the Gaddock as well. I don't really want to trade with it, so I'm just going to let it go. How good at Magic are we? Alright, well, I mean, that's still pretty good, so... I guess here... Just attack. We can Trickster this Hex Drinker in the upkeep. So Gaddock can't really attack right now. Okay. Probably we're just gonna Mystical Dispute something. Yeah, like, we definitely want to counter this. So holding up Dispute War. Again, we're still in the situation if at any point we draw Oracle, the game is over. Okay, so we're not going to take this up. I mean, that's actually fine too. So let's start winning this race. If Teague blocks Lord, then they're just going to get blown out by Master. We have 3 cards left. There could be a Swords to Plowshares in our future, so doing this while they're tapped out is pretty good. Ooh, okay, that was not the correct call. So I guess... So this thing levels up as a sorcery, so I'm gonna wait to see. I want them to dump the mana into it first, because it only get at 8 is when it's a problem. So they could go for it right now. So if they like try to level it up all the way to 8, then I will just Trickster it and then just try to attack them for a bajillion, which will technically be lethal. But leveling it up to 8 doesn't really like do a whole lot. So they'll have to tap out if they want to do that. So my plan is to just let them make the move here, because we have the victory if they go for that. Or if at any point they tap out for like anything, they're gonna die. So and I would really prefer not to play this Paradigm Shift. Like, even if I draw Oracle now, I probably don't want to play it. Green Sun for X equals 3. Yeah, okay. It's probably Knight of the Reliquary. So do you have Swords to Plowshares? So they're going to tell us this based on whether they level this thing up or not. If they don't level it up, then they surely don't have a Swords. I don't think they... Oh, attacking is suicide here. Blocking? No. So they have to have swords right now, right? That's how it is. Okay, so now we've got an interesting, like, kind of stalemate here. So they're passing without doing anything. I could tap down this Knight of the Reliquary and force them to swords my creature. And if they swords my creature, then we can actually die. But I think we have to take this gamble. And if we draw a creature, that's also good. So then we have a blocker. So I think, yeah, they're going to Swords Master. Okay. So now it's kind of close. That's not bad. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're just going to attack with everything, and then True Name is going to hopefully kill them. This means we have a blocker for one of their creatures. They'd have to attack. They have to hit us with both in order for us to die right now. And like this one would also have to level up first. So I think that we're okay. So even if they make it a 6/6, like an attack with the knight, that's not enough. Because right now we just block the knight and then they're dead in this crackback. Yeah, and it's yeah, and they don't have. I don't think they have a way to make both of these unblockable. So I can block at least one of them, live, and then kill them. That's how this is gonna work. And they haven't seen any of our spice yet. So is Questing Beast? Because Questing Beast isn't enough either. Green Sun for X equals 3. All right, I can't do anything about that. So sure, you have a Green Sun, Zenith. So what are you gonna do here? Knight upon him, okay. They gain 4 life? Sure. They still can't attack with anything, though. Attacking with one thing doesn't do anything. So they have 1 card left. And I think that it's probably another swords. That's the impression I'm getting right now. So let's see. If it is another swords, they can like swords the Lord of Atlantis. They're still going to take damage from this, and then it still potentially kills them next turn. Like, I think that's the best way to go here. So we have to like block one of these things, right? So one of these tricksters at least should be able to block Knight of the Reliquary, even if they like level this thing up and we take 6, we're at 5, we go to 3. We should still be able to block this, not die. So let's see, do they have a swords? No. So they are dead next turn, so they have to do something now. There's no reason to play the Vial here. It's not going to do anything relevant, so I would rather just threaten to have Force of Will in hand. They'll probably just get like a fetch land and just make this knight as big as they possibly can. And I don't think they can make both things unblockable. Like, They'd have to like naturally draw a Jerry step, right? Canopy. Okay, so they can crack the canopy, draw a card, and hopefully find it. So they do have lines of play that they can win here, I think. Maybe not now though, because they need 5 mana to do this, right? If they play the Sajeri step, then they can only make one of these attack unblockably, not both of them. I think they can't. Okay, that's not gonna do anything. I'm not casting like a companion or anything, so. Conceded. Okay, cool. So they didn't have it. And they don't know about our combo yet, so that's good. So against this deck, Relic is good, and Dismember is good. And we don't want Chalice of the Void. And actually, Mystical Dispute is not terribly great either. It was okay in that one scenario where we countered Questing Beast with it, but that's not typically going to be what happens. Like the rest of these cards are probably fine, so we have to bring one more thing in. Actually, we could bring in the Venser. Take out like a Curse Catcher. Curse Catchers is pretty poor for the most part. Okay, we'll do it like this. So yeah, our fair beatdown plan got there in game 1. So, and they have not seen a combo piece. So that if we happen to have it, like they're just gonna get blindsided by it. That's hopefully that's the plan. So. Yeah, I think our sideboarding is pretty easy here. Like the cards that are good and the cards that are bad are like pretty easily identifiable. Like Relic is going to be good against Knight of the Reliquary, just keeping that thing from being monstrously big. Venser can just bounce, like if they play Stoneforge Mystic and get like Sword of Fire and Ice or Jite or something, just bouncing, you know, whatever they're trying to equip it to is probably okay. I think we're mulliganing this because we really want to have more lands in this, so. This doesn't have like that line of play with Vile, and I'm sure they'll go after Vile a little bit more aggressively this time. Yeah, this is a pretty easy mulligan, I think. One, like if we had 2 lands, like I'd definitely keep this, but not with 1. Like the Curse Catcher, it does basically nothing in this game, so. This is not really much better, to be honest. This is. I sort of want to like. I don't know. Do I put events like this? Is not very. It is not like a lot better at all. They kept 7 cards. Like, it's going to be really hard to cast this thing. I think that we go to 5 cards here, actually. Like, this is definitely like better. I don't really want to keep the Vile, and I think I'm going to put a Vile on the land in the bottom. Like this is, I mean, it's bad. Like we mulled to 5 in the draw, so you know it is what it is. But this is probably the most keepable hand I think we've seen. Just got to live with it. Yeah. All right. Well, that's helpful, I guess. So if they play like Knight of the Reliquary, we can just dismember it right now. That's what I guess what we're hoping for. The worst thing would probably be like Stoneforge Mystic, because we don't really have a good way of racing that. Okay. Well, I think we're dismembering this piece of shit. Like, that thing is really hard for us to beat. Alright, so they can cast another thing now. Yeah, I mean, that's a problem, but it's at least a problem that we could theoretically defeat. We have basically no way of beating Scrib Ranger, so... Alright, I guess... we're gonna just Trickster this thing down if they, like, go to make it a 4/4. Okay, sure. That was a really greedy attack. They have 3 cards in hand. So what do we do here? Knight of the Reliquary is gonna attack for a lot. So I guess let's play a Lord now. We're gonna have to endure at least like 1 hit from this thing, but we can try to like get it with Trickster. We're in a position where like if we draw Paradigm Shift, we can attempt to go for that. We just have to live through like 2 turns if we draw it. So I can take 1 hit from the Knight, but then next turn what'll happen is I'll hold up Trickster and then try to get it that way. So then even if they like swords one of the creatures, I can still block with the other one. There's still a lot of ways this goes wrong though. Like they could like play Questing Beast this turn. You know, if they're just attacking, that's actually fine. Just take 5 damage for sure. Well, actually, I guess that's a problem because if they have Swords to Plowshares, we're going to get blown out by it. How's this going to work out here? Yeah, the Exalted trigger is going to be hard because the Knight's going to be a 3/3 when it attacks, so I can trade the Trickster with it. If I don't play anything, I'm kind of just tipping my hand to them. I guess I have to do this. Hope that... because I think if they have Swords to Plowshares, we're fucked anyway, right? So let's just pretend that they don't, and then maybe if they attack with Knight, we can double block with the Lords. Alright, well that plan's out the window. Well, it'll be a 6/6, so we'd have to trade both Lord of Atlantis's with the Knight. Oh, that's horrifying. Okay. So I think we might need to keep these Lords on the board right now. We could so we can trade with this. So the question is, do we? Because what's going to happen is then next turn they can attack. This will be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It'll be attacking for lethal, right? So if I don't block anything right now, if I take 6, then they're gonna cast a Jerry Steep, right? And no, they'll Knight for that, and then just make this Gideon unblockable because this will attack for a 5 then. So one option is I could block with the Lord of Atlantis. And then next turn, they're still attacking with everything. No, this is all bad. It's like none of this is good. Alright, you know, I think I have to just... Because if I don't block, then, like, I have to just block everything next turn. Alright, I'm not going to block. Like, I don't think we're going to win if we're going to block, so... We're probably not winning regardless, but... Because Gideon was just too much. I think even if we draw shift, like, it'd be too late. Like, yeah, this game's over. Like, we're dead. No way of coming back from this, so... So, I mean, Gideon was a card, like, he did his thing. Alright, let's go. We mulled to 5, like, our hand was pretty bad, and, like, they had an actual reasonable hand, so... They were able to curve into their good threats. Plus, I mean, maybe we shouldn't have used the Dismemberer on the Scrib Ranger, but, like... I don't know, like, that is a card, like I said, we are never beating that card otherwise, and it's just really hard for us to deal with, but I don't know, maybe I should have just held it for, like, Knight of the Reliquary or something. Yeah, there was, that was going to be tough no matter what happened, and, like, we did not draw the cards, I think, that were going to line up right against what they were doing. Like, they had a million different lines of play to take, so... I guess we're just hoping that on the play for the third game we have a better hand. That's it. My god, it is warm in here. Ugh, alright. We are in the play. Fuck. Unfortunately, because we only have one land again, even though we have this combo in hand, we can't really keep it, so... This is not much better. I guess we're going to keep it, but... I really don't like this. This is just a hand where if we draw Oracle, we win, so that's what I'm hoping for. And hopefully Trickster can just slow them down enough that it will matter. Like, I might even, so I'll play the island and then turn 2, probably play the Fiery Islet, crack it, and try to draw Oracle, so then turn 3 you can just play island, play shift, and try to win like that. You moved to 6, okay, so, like, we're kind of all in on this paradigm shift plan, so this has to go right for us. Okay, so they kept 6 cards. Let's see what they kept. Okay, Pithing Needle on Aether Vial, that's the thing. It's not really that big a deal. What if they... I would hope that maybe they'd name Mutavault, but no, they're just going to name Vial. They're going to hope to mana screw us, so... I mean, Vial's dead to us this whole game, so... But I don't want them to know that. Okay, well... So I guess what I need to do here is play the Islet, crack it, then next turn I play Shift, and then draw the Islet, and then play the Oracle, so... That's how this is going to go. No, hold on. Turn off auto yields. Because I need to do this to end step. Because they will not be prepared for this. They have 2 turns to kill us. They have nothing on 2 mana. That is a good sign for us. Okay, well, it doesn't really matter. I think Force of Will is the only thing we really care about right now. Okay, this is our plan. Let's go for it. So we have one card, we're going to draw it next turn, we play Oracle, we win the game. They have to kill us now, that's it. I guess the one thing they could do, if they play Choke, then we die. We lose to exactly a Choke. But I think it is a gamble worth taking, so... I guess like something like Hushbringer could also kill us. I don't think that they play that card in their deck though. I think they're just looking like, what the fuck is going on right now? Why would you have done that? Alright, well, we're gonna find out. So what do you have for me, opponent? This is your last turn. You gotta do something. You have to like choke, I think. That's the most reasonable card you could cast this turn that would actually win you the game. So aside from that, we're going to just cast Thassa's Oracle and win. Okay, so you got a Verdant, so what are you doing with it? I guess they're just trying to figure out if there's any way they can beat Thassa's Oracle. But I mean, if it's taking them this long, then I feel like better and better as time is progressing here. I feel like we're about to cheese them again. Can you feel it? Like you could slice the tension in here with a knife. Heart's like pounding. Come on, I want to know. Nobody expects that Merfolk is going to combo them out. I mean, why would you bring in a plan against that? And this is definitely a match where like having the combo I think helps, because traditionally like Maverick is not a terribly great match for us. They have really big beefy creatures that can kill us very quickly. Like Knight of the Reliquary is a huge scary threat, you know. Green Sun Zenith gives them access to like a ton of really scary things, so well, maybe they're gonna try to time us out. I don't know. Like they only have 6.5 minutes to figure out whatever they're gonna do on their last turn, so I think once we untap, it's too late. Sure, I'll take up Aether Vial and make him feel better. Alright, got there. Stole it versus Maverick. So that's 2 matches now. The combo is really what won us those matches. And like they were 2 very tough matches too. Elves is really bad, Maverick is mostly bad. But fuck, yeah, doing the job. Wow, alright. Well, so far so good. We did see Mystical Dispute counter a spell. That was kind of nice. So there was some value to it even against the Maverick deck. So that's all I was like. I guess Mystical Dispute being canceled sometimes is fine. Sometimes it's going to be a 1-mana counterspell. Sometimes it'll be a cancel. Yeah. So here we go. Round 3. Fight. See, what are we up against this time? All right. We are on the draw. I choose. Our hand is unkeepable. We have to mulligan again. There's no companion revealed, so I think we're going to keep this, and we will put a fiery islet in the bottom. Tropical island, okay. This is Delver. Let's Curse Cat. Oh, okay, well, so let's play this Curse Catcher because it's going to help us protect the combo here. So I guess drawing Force of Will is really what we want. Really? You're going to attack with a Delver. I'm 100% going to block this thing. The reason is now this opens up lines where I can just jam Paradigm Shift next turn. If I draw like Cavern of Souls, that would be great. Tarmogoyf, okay. Chalice is not bad. So I guess I'm going to play the Chalice first. Okay, so helpful. I think we're still racing the Tarmogoyf plan here. I don't want to deploy the Thassa's Oracle until I have backup for it, though. Oko, ugh, that's terrifying. Okay, the food token's not that big a deal. We're just kind of worried about, like, Force of Will. So I really want Cavern of Souls. Alright, well... Okay, let's play True Name Nemesis, because that's something they actually... If they have a counterspell, they really want to use it on this. So that makes me feel like they don't have a counterspell in hand, so... It might be safe to just jam Paradigm Shift in the blind, and then jam Oracle. Picking up Force or Cavern would still make me feel much better, though. So this is Rug Delver, it looks like. Okay, so they're going to elk their own food token. Interesting. I don't think an attack makes sense, yeah, so that's fine. Okay, here we go. Because now when we deploy the Oracle, we're going to have counter backup for it. They have to be wondering what the fuck is going on here. So let's see. So we have actually the ability to wait for 2 turns if we want, but that might give them time to try to figure out a plan. If we wait 2 turns, we get access to our Force of Will again, and then we can play around a Force plus a Daze. They only have 2 cards right now, so They can't like brainstorm at this point because of Chalice. So they might crack Waterlog Grove here. Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to find like another counterspell. Now they may also tell us whether they have it or not based on what, like they could just concede this turn. But I feel like the correct thing to do is, ooh, that's tough. If they don't do anything, like, do I jam Oracle or do I wait another turn afterwards to get the Force and the Curse Catcher back? So they're gonna Elk the Chalice. Okay, that's fine. So Ponder. So Shuffle is good for us. If they don't shuffle, then we definitely have to wait an extra turn. So they chose to shuffle, so the Ponder didn't find it. Which means they drew a random card, so I guess now they're trying to figure out, like, can they beat Thassa's Oracle? So we have one card left in our deck, and we know it's Force of Will. So I think I'm willing to wait one more turn. So I already used a Force here, so I only have 3 left in the deck. I think I would rather wait to guarantee to go up with at least one Force. So then I can beat Force plus Daze. Okay, sure. Lightning Bolt's fine. But we have no choice but to go for it next turn, so we'll have 0 cards left. But then we have Curse Catcher plus Force, and then hopefully that's going to be enough. We'll see what they do here. Might jam a bunch more cantrips digging for something. But I think like it looks pretty good for us. And it's actually pretty good that they're seeing this, because now they're going to play around it the next two games if we win this one. So we'll just make sure that like they're not going to like kill us with damage. Like that's not how the game is. Not, it doesn't matter about damage at all. So they played a land, so they have 3 cards in hand. So what are they? So we beat Force and Daze. They need like Force plus Spell Pierce plus blue card. They know exactly what our hand is too. They have perfect information at this point. So okay, well I think that means that we win. I guess if they have 2 Stifles, like they could do it. Nope. All right, we got there. Beautiful. So yeah, now like we are gonna side out the combo because they're gonna spend the whole time like trying to play around it. So let's bring in Relic and bring in Dismember. And I guess I take out 1 Curse Catcher here. Dispute counters Oko, so I think Dispute is actually pretty reasonable. Actually, you know what? I can take out 1 Oracle. I think maybe the Curse Catcher is slightly better. Yeah, Oracle is only a 1/3. Like, it doesn't do very much. All it's gonna do is just try to dig for True Name Nemesis, essentially. So we're gonna run it back like this. But Compo got their game 1, so it gives us very good chances to clean up games 2 and 3. Hopefully, there won't need to be a game 3. We just need them to. We need them to be paralyzed in fear and end up losing to True Name. That's how we're gonna try to roll with this. So So typically this is a match where Force is like, or I'm sorry, where True Name is like very good. This is not a bad hand actually. We have 2 Lords and we can dig for a True Name, so I think I'd keep this. Just gonna go Snow-Covered Island, Aether Vial. It'll be fine. Sure. Like, if they counter the Vial, it doesn't matter, because we have a bajillion mana, so... Okay, sure. No. Like, this doesn't bother me. Cavern of Souls is easily capable of getting there, so... How good at Magic is the opponent? Not good at Magic. They did not reveal anything, so... They might have another thing, though. More Delvers, okay. So, what do I want here? If I dig with Thassa's Oracle, I could look for True Name, but I think I would rather play the Lord first, then Oracle and Curse Catcher next turn. Because that'll let me dig much deeper to find the True Name, because... Or even like Merfolk Trickster would actually be pretty good if I could find that. So, yeah, Bolt plus double Delver is going to be hard. This means that they're dealing us 9 damage this turn. That is fucking insane. Okay, well, not this turn, but like, we're going to 13. Ugh. That's bad. Nope. So I guess we have to play the Oracle, right? We could have also bluffed in it like a Trickster, but I don't know if that's really what we want to be doing right now. Oh, I should have played the Curse Catcher first. That's my bad. None of those cards are actually what we need next turn. I think we need Merfolk Trickster here in order to potentially race them. Like, but no, they're like the 2 Delvers plus the Bolt. Like, yeah, we're fucked. They have access to Bolt at any point here, so. If I block, this will be a 3/4, and then I guess I still have to do this. They're just gonna Bolt the Lord of Atlantis, though. Like, this isn't really winning at all. I mean, I'd rather them Bolt the Lord than Bolt me. But nope. Delver on the play, had 2 flip Delvers and a Tarmogoyf. Like, couldn't beat that. So, yeah. Like, this is all kinds of losing at this point. Yeah, we're dead. We are ridiculously dead. There is no way to come back from that. There are exactly 0 lines of play that defeat this, so we just run it back and this time hope that we draw better, I guess. Turn 1 Delver, turn 2 Delver, you know, too much. Oh well. What can we say? It's just... But this time we get to be on the play, so hopefully we can have a better hand this time. Maybe go like Aether Vial into Chalice of the Void in 1. And then, like Mystical Dispute, hold it up for Oko or something. Get some True Names going on. That'd be nice. Yeah, in general, this deck has too much counter magic to try to fight over the combo, so you should just try to win a fair game. But so we're going to game 3, and we're just praying that we can get there with a fair aggro plan, because it's very unlikely that we would get there with a combo. It just kind of worked out in the first game because they weren't expecting it and they didn't have their hand set up to beat it. They figured they had all the time in the world to deal with like Chalice and Ancerus, but they did not have all the time in the world, and they found that out the hard way. So, but if we can, yeah, like if we can get, you know, a nice quick start against them, and they just have like not a terribly great, yeah, if their start isn't like terribly quick, then you know we can definitely overrun them with like multiple true names. And have like what, 4 tricksters, 3 dismembers, and 2 relics that all deal with like their Tarmogoyfs, so that's not a big deal. What's taking them so long to figure this out? Come on, this is like, it's really warm in here, so I don't want to be like, the quicker this goes, the better. Like it, the weather here has just been insane. Like there are days when it's like nice and, you know, cool in this room, and then there are days where it's just like a bajillion degrees up here. So that's why you can see the fan is on behind me and it's like pointed directly at me, because that's the only way I'm surviving this. Come on, you have like 10 seconds left. Just you have to make up your mind. Okay, excellent. This is not excellent. This is a mulligan. This is excellent, though. Think here. Probably put like. What are they keeping? Probably put. I don't know what. Like, what do I put on the bottom here? Maybe Thassa's Oracle. I want to stick this Chalice on one, but I don't feel like it's likely gonna stick. But I still think if we play the Chalice on one, it'll bait out counterspells. The Oracle seems like the weakest card here, so I guess I'm gonna put that on the bottom. I want to be sure that I have enough land to play this true name. Like picking up Cavern of Souls would be the best. So. Then that means turn 3 we can play it and they can't really do anything about it. Okay, so looks like Brainstorm. Excellent. Alright, please waste a counterspell on this, because that means you will not have one for the True Name Nemesis. Okay, sure. Brainstorm away. This might be good news for us. And I think what I'll do is I'll play the Lord of Atlantis first, just to try to bait something out. So I don't want to run the True Name out without, like, protection. Like, yeah, Cavern is really, like, what I think we need to, like, slam it for sure. Maybe if we draw a second True Name, then I might be more willing to play it. But I really don't want to play it into Daze either. So if I wait till turn 4, I don't play around Force that way, but I do play around Daze at the very least, so. I suspect if they have a Daze, they're going to use it right here. So if they use a Daze on this turn, then I might be inclined to try with it next turn. If they don't use Daze, then that means that they might be holding them back. I don't know, there's a lot of ways that this could go weird. They have a really interesting Brainstorm right now, so. Come on. Well, I mean, whatever. They have time. Like, this might be one of the most meaningful decisions they make this entire game, so it makes sense to spend some time on it. Okay, so it looks like they're letting it resolve. I think. I don't know. Nope, they are gonna daze. Okay, so if they daze this, then that's probably good news. Then that means that the chances that they have another daze for it, the True Name, is probably low. Delver of Secrets, okay. So I guess Cavern or Force would be good. Okay, let's try this. This will keep the Delver from flipping if they don't have a counter for this. This might also bait a Force of Will out of there. Okay, so no one drop, like, or no, they don't have a Force, because I think they would probably use the Force, but please no flip. Yes, so good at Magic. Okay, so okay, so they don't have Force, and we can play around Daze here, so I think we're in a good spot. I mean, it's actually okay. Well, fuck it. None of this matters now. Because now, like, if they might have held back Force if they were gonna plan to Oko the Chalice, but no, this is all bad for them now. If they play Oko, we're gonna force it. Ooh, a Braid. Well, we're definitely gonna force that. I don't want them abrading my Chalice. Wasteland, okay, makes sense. That's pretty good. So if they try to abrade the Chalice now, we can just Mystical Dispute it. Definitely this Oko I don't want them having, so we'll crack the Fiery Islet then. So we're in a race. So we just have to draw another threat before they do. Okay, that's not bad. That's pretty good. Now if they waste the Abrade on the Chalice, like, that's fine. Because we're still winning this race. If they abrade the Lord, like, that's still fine, because we'll just play another one next turn. How many Okos do you have in your hand? I swear to... I will... If you play another Oko, oh my god. I will be quite upset. Okay, so you're gonna kill Chalice and I presume play another Delver of Secrets. Oh, okay, that's scary. Okay, does that change anything? I don't think so. They haven't shown us a bolt yet, so... So if I attack them for 7, so what happens? If they have a bolt, they're gonna aim it at my face, right? Well, like, we're gonna block with this Master, so... I think this is still winning. This will still kill them. So we can throw the Master in front of this thing, take 4 damage. Like, yeah, I'm not worried about this right now. I think we're still winning this. So I'm not taking 7 damage. Like, that's suicide. Okay, Brainstorm, it's fine. All I have to do is swing in with this True Name Nemesis 1 time. That's it. So Daze is not good enough here. Force of Will actually isn't good enough either. So I think that we got this. They can't kill us, I think. So, and a 1 Lightning Bolt is not good enough to win. I guess they'd have to have... Well, okay, well now they're fucked because now we're just going to kill them. They're at 3 life, so... Oh, fuck. Did they find a second lightning bolt? Alright, well, if they found 2 bolts, we can't beat 2 bolts, so... Alright, good games, opponent. They found exactly the card they needed, so... Yeah, like, there was no line of play to play around 2 bolts. We can only beat 1, and we had very good chances, but... They drew well at the end of the 3rd game, so that's all there is to it. We made them have to find it, and they did. That's all you can realistically hope for, so... I don't consider that a failing of our deck. That's just sometimes the variance is not going to go our way, so we'll live with it and move on. That was a very close game, though. Definitely winnable. So, alright, well, on to the 4th round, so... So far, 3 matches and no companions. That's cool. I love that. That's much better, so... Surely that means it's time for Yorion, right? So we are on the draw. This is not terrible. I think we can keep this. It's got a pretty aggro-heavy plan to it. Mulled to 6, okay. So probably Delver, I'd assume. I don't know, like that's always a safe bet. Nope. Okay, so Windswept Teeth, that's not good news usually. So that means it's either like that's like Maverick. Oh god, no, this is really bad. This is pretty much the exact like worst thing that we could see right now. This card is so hard for us to beat. Which means this is probably Depths, which we do not have a good plan for. Like, this hand is not the kind of hand that we need to beat like an Elfish Reclaimer, so... Or, I don't know, it could also be like a Loam variant of some kind, so... I mean, it also could be Maverick too, but... There's a lot of ways that it goes wrong. Definitely, like, Elvish Reclaimer is a card that we do not want to see on that side of the table, though, because it just does terrible things. So, Life from the Loam. Okay, so this is... So, does lands play this, or is this just, like, a Loam thing? I'm not sure about that. Well, I guess we need to start playing creatures. Probably the worst thing that we could see right now is them play like Thespian Stage and then they just kill us next turn. Or in like 2 turns, right? Okay, so Wooded Foothills. This could be like Punishing Fire. Yeah, that's bad. Alright, so True Name. It is your job to keep us alive now. If we can draw Thassa's Oracle, we could win that way. That's about the only way at this point, so... Let's play True Name, because at least they can shut this thing down for now. Give us some time to come up with an alternate plan. Maybe if we can draw another land, we can play like 2 Lords in the turn. That might be okay. But they can just Reclaimer to get the Grove of the Burnwells and start recycling their Punishing Fire, so it's not exactly what I want to be doing with my life at the moment. Not Windswept, okay. Yeah, like I said, there's still tons of ways this goes bad. This could also be like a Plague Engineer deck. Trinisphere, oh fuck. That's not really what I wanted to see either. So, still Thassa's Oracle is okay. So right now what's going to happen is if I play a Lord here, they're going to sacrifice a land with this thing. Now it goes in the battlefield tapped though, so we actually do get a turn to figure a plan out. Alright, so okay, that's fine. Then we'll try it like this. Because this will put it into play tapped, so if they don't have the Grove, then at least we have a turn to play another Lord and hope for the best. Let's try racing them. I can't block. I also can't play a spell right now. So I guess, yeah, our plan is to try to win with True Name Nemesis here, so maybe True Name is enough. That's possible. Okay, so what are we doing here? So I think we have to play another Lord, right? Because if we don't play a Lord, then they're going to untap and then Punishing Fire. Horizon Canopy. Okay, that's probably good news. So I think they can do one thing this turn, so what do they want to do? The one thing, so they're going to, okay, they're cracking the Heath, so they can cast a spell and attack for 3, or they can use the Reclaimer to try to do something. I'm assuming they're going to cast like Knight of the Reliquary. Swords to Plowshares, okay. Well, they can't do that at the moment, so we might just be in the same scenario here where we just play a Lord and just attack again. I think we're going to win this race at this rate. Playing the Aether Vial doesn't really do anything right now. But so if they don't kill everything, if they try to like go for an attack and they just don't do anything, then we might be able to play the Master and win that way. That's the plan. Because again, they're still in a situation they can only cast one spell a turn. So, all right. Well, the Wasteland's going to hit the Cavern. We can still cast spells though because we still have enough islands. Mox Diamond. Okay, that's. They can cast one more spell. They discard a Wasteland, so I'm assuming they're going to hold this back. Interesting. So attack with True Name. And I think that's going to kill them. So this looks like the 4, maybe only 3 color loam. I haven't seen any, like, you know, black or anything yet, right? So it's just green, white. So it just looks like Naya loam. They could be splashing like black for Engineer or Abrupt Decay. Just because we haven't seen it doesn't mean it's not there. So should pretend that they have. Alright, so True Name did get there, so that's good. So this is interesting. Now, is the Loam deck one where we want to go for Paradigm Shift, or is that one where we want to try to win fairly? We're on the draw this time. I don't think Curse Catcher is very good. And I don't think Mystical Dispute is very good either. Well, we want Dismember for sure. We probably want Relic. Chalice is not very good. Actually, we might want this Force of Negation over Force of Will. I don't know, that's actually close, because Force of Will does counter stuff like if they're playing like Questing Beast or fuck, what's the other one? Knight of the Reliquary in their deck, or like even Plague Engineer, we really want to be able to force that, but Force of Negation's also fun. Like, so I guess this would be the card that we probably, if we take out Paradigm Shift, we'd want to bring in like Force of Negation. Actually, we could take out the Chalice of the Voids, because I don't think they're very good, so maybe Force of Negation's better than Chalice. The reason we want Force for stuff like Life from the Loam and also Punishing Fire. So we don't want those cards in their graveyard. They're going to get value out of it that way. I guess we can leave the combo in, right? There's nothing much... like, the only other card I'd even consider is probably Venser, but, like, even that's not that great. So I guess we leave the combo in, and we still have our Hybrid Fair plan against them, but also the I win button. We'll see how that works out. I think this is correct. I guess I'm going to keep this. Get our Aether Vial online and hope that Dismember is going to slow them down. Okay, that's helpful. So we still have True Name. Like, True Name is one of the good ways to beat this deck, so. I may not jam the Lord right away. Interesting, they're not going to do anything yet. So what does that mean? So we need another land. Helpful. Okay, so I think I save the Lord right now, because if they play like Plague Engineer or something, I really want to be able to play True Name, and then if they play Plague Engineer, I can vial in Lord of Atlantis in order to save the True Name. I don't know if they're playing black in their deck, but I have to go in with the possibility that they could be. So you best believe I'm going to sandbag this Lord. That's fine. I guess that's probably worth dismembering, because I want to keep the vial alive. Do I just like win? Okay, so no, I don't actually win the game here. I gotta wait a turn. Because if I just do this right now, there will be one card and then I lose to like Swords to Plowshares. So we're gonna play the True Name Nemesis first. Then we can vial in the Lord of Atlantis, and then we can go next turn. So that way we should be able to win. And they might Pyroblast it. Oh, red Elemental. Okay. Oh, that's something I wasn't really prepared for, so that's actually good. So I'll vial in Lord at the end of their turn, and then I'll just jam Paradigm Shift and hope that kills them. Okay. So I'm assuming they don't have a second red Elemental Blast in hand. Probably not. That's kind of brutal. I mean, yeah, it's gonna resolve. I think we still win if we draw a land, so. Land? No! Oh, where were you when I needed you? I can't even, like, really use this Force of Negation either. That's terrifying. Okay, so we need a mana in order to use this Paradigm Shift. Okay, Mox Diamond, that's fine. That's just mana source, and I'm not worried about that. They discarded a Wasteland, so does that mean they have another Wasteland? Okay, that's also fine, because I will just dismember that. Come on, land, please. Well, that's not a land. The problem is now, again, we're still in a situation where if they have like a Swords to Plowshares, that's enough to actually beat us. That's also a huge problem. I guess I have to let that happen, right? I don't have a way of defeating it. So I still have to draw a land, so then maybe I can, you know, well, if they're going to Swords this thing, that's bad. Yeah, alright. So if I cast Paradigm Shift right now, we lose to like Wasteland. But I think no, actually I can't cast Paradigm Shift because then I can't cast the Thassa's Oracle. So we're just passing again. Because yeah, the choke is going to tap down the snow-covered island then, so... Yeah, Dryad is fine. Oh, they just tap themselves out though, like... That's interesting. So they have exactly Mox Diamond left. So the non-bow with choke. So we have a couple turns. I need like Cavern of Souls here. So you're gonna get Dryad Arbor. Okay. So if I play the Thassa's Oracle, I can start at least blocking this, so I think I have to do that. I can put another land on top, hopefully. Alright, pass. This may tip them off as to what's going on, but I'm hoping that it doesn't. If this Dryad Arbor ever attacks, then they they don't get to actually do anything with it. Only casting for 2. Life from the Loam. Wasteland, Blast Zone. Yeah, I can't not let that resolve. So how many turns do I have to live here? I have 6 cards in my graveyard, so like 2 turns. So I need them to draw bricks for 2 turns, basically. Not impossible, but it's hard. So they have Swords to Plowshares. Oh, fuck. Alright, well, I think that means we're dead. You're gonna get a 5. If we go less than 3, then we're dead, so... We'll be at 4 next turn. So there's like no mathematical way we can beat this Dryad. Yeah, because if I were to play the Oracle next turn to like block and not die to this thing, I'm gonna go to 3 from playing the Islet, and I'll take 2 from that. So then I'll be at 1. So I'd have to cast it next turn when I have 4 cards left in deck. So we're dead. All right, we concede. All right, well, that sucked. Like they had enough stuff to like survive just barely. We were kind of close, but fuck. That was so close. Like we really almost got them with it, but. And they like gave us a ton of time to try to draw that land too, and we just didn't draw it fast enough. Choke got us. Well, I mean, choke is kind of a problem. It is what it is. All right. Well, whatever. It's fine. So I guess one thing that they could possibly be playing like Primeval Titan in their deck. If they have Dryad, and that means there could be a Valakut. So. Should be concerned about that. They've got to be like super careful though, because we're on the play. We're still threatening to combo them, so they need Red Elemental Blast like really badly. So we got to try to play around that if we can. This hand seems fine. They haven't shown us like any black splash yet, so Plague Engineer might not be a thing we have to worry about. But this hand has a nice curve into True Name Nemesis. And it also has the potential to win with Oracle too. Okay, well, I think we can safely play. Oops. Undo. We can play the Master here. So we have double Force of Negation in hand. So if I have to force something, I can pitch the other force. Upstairs. Land's good. Dismember's okay. So I guess we're going to tick Vial up to 3 and put it True Name in like that. So we do have 1 card in the graveyard, so if we draw Thassa's Oracle, like we can still go for the... We can play Paradigm Shift, and then we live at least the turn to play Oracle. Lothus, okay. This is a card we can just dismember, right? No, it's not a creature, so... Okay, well... That might actually make it a little awkward here, because they can exile the force from our graveyard. So we might be on this True Name Nemesis plan. Oh, god damn it! Okay. So if I play Shift now, like, that doesn't help. I have to have a card in the graveyard first. So is there any line where I could, like, dismember my own creature and then be able to do that? I think I need another mana for that. Alright, well... If we draw a land, then we can dismember Master of the Pearl Trident and try to win that way. But I mean, we could also just try to win with the beatdown plan too. If they play a creature, then we can dismember it at any given point. Yeah, I guess that happens. It's gonna make it hard though to get a card into the graveyard in order to do this. So I guess we're just shooting for 4 mana now. I mean, double True Name Nemesis might be fine to win that way, so we can probably beat them this way. So they're going to hit us for like 3 damage a turn, right? And then we're hitting them for 6 a turn now. I mean, there's also the possibility Red Elemental Blast is a problem, so maybe we don't want to jam this. No, Blast Zone's going upstairs. Alright, well, I'm not going to violin this churning. I'm going to hold this one back for now. Because they're going to probably tick Blast Zone up and then just crack it next turn. And then I can just violin the other one. So, do I try to keep the combo dream alive? Ugh. I guess. I don't think I'm in a situation... It's close. Like, you could make an argument for playing Oracle here, but... yeah, I think Blast Zone is going to kill off True Name Nemesis, so... I don't want to give them things to blow up. Now they have to exile one of their own cards, which is nice. So probably the Foothills. You can only ding me with the Punishing Fire once. So they're going to take the Foothills. They're going to keep the Punishing Fire alive. I guess Relic of Progenitus would probably be good. So they need to have 3 mana for this thing, right? So they can do 3, blow up the True Name, and then 1 get this back. Ancient Tomb. Ooh, that's scary. I might be pitching this Paradigm Shift to this Force Will and then just playing Thassa's Oracle now. Because this feels like they're playing Primeval Titan and I need to counter this. Green Sun Zenith for X equals 6. Can we not do that? So, okay, so So this is sort of like the Amulet Titan deck, except this is like the Legacy version of this. So I actually played this a little bit with my friend Alpha Moyer. Okay, I mean, that's not really that big a deal. I don't think I want to dismember this thing, though. That's the only thing. Yeah, like... I think I just want to continue to try to race. Oh, that's fantastic. We're at 8, huh? Well, True Name is not going to attack next turn because they're definitely gonna spend some mana on this. So the question is, what do I want to do? Play Oracle or play Trickster? Oracle attacks for less. But it might find us a Lord, and a Lord might be what we need here. The other thing is Oracle survives the Punishing Fire, so that's probably a reason enough to play this. It also might find us another True Name Nemesis, so that could be fine by itself too. I guess... What do I want here? Another snow-covered island, maybe? I don't know if I want any of these, to be honest. Like, actually, probably not. Like, they're not very... None of those were particularly good cards here. Oh, come on, don't have another one. Ooh. Yeah, that's rough. Alright. Well, we still have Dismember for that, but Dismember is going to be hard with this Clothis, like... So, yeah, if they... this... Not great. So they need to wait till our turn to do this, I think. Now I kind of wish I had put that basic island on the top. Oh, you know what? I do also have the line of trickstering down the oath and then doing it like that, so... Yeah, you have to crack this, like, don't you? I think you're kind of priced into this now, so... I don't have to use this Dismember right here. That's good news. You can just take the 3. That's fine with me, too. I think they think they're safe because now I can't like play a land and play True Name Nemesis, so they decided they wanted to take the damage first. This is tight though, like for sure. It's very close. I know. So they choose to use the Reclaimer. Okay, so that makes sense. So they're gonna try to kill me with this thing. Yep. I don't know. This is very close. I might not actually be able to get there in this. And the part of the problem is this Punishing Fire is still sitting there in the graveyard. They still have 3 cards in hand. Like, I can't effectively use very many of these. Every card that I use is like another turn off of the clock, so... Now they have the option of cracking the Blast Zone and the Windswept Heath and getting in with the Reclaimer. Oh no, that's bad. They can blow up my Aether Vial now. Blowing up Aether Vial is secretly, like, that's how you win this game. They gain 4 life. I don't think... Well, I don't know. That could still be good enough, so that's entirely possible. I don't have a good way to beat the Klothys. Like, it's gonna kill me in 5 turns. Yeah, and going to Dismember is just gonna take too much off of my clock, or off of my life total, so I can't really do that. That's interesting. I probably have to continue attacking, though. Time? Okay, so they're going to kill off True Name here. So here's an interesting choice. Now if I cast this Paradigm Shift, they only have 1 card left in hand. I could theoretically win the game next turn by playing another Thassa's Oracle. I just have to not die. So I'm at 8 life, I'm at 6 life, I'm at 5 life? 4? 3? This might be the best chance I have, is just cast Shift, put True Name on top, and then next turn cast Oracle and win. Like, it loses to, like, a Red Elemental Blast, but I think that's the best I can hope for. The other line would be play Merfolk Trickster, tap the Oath down, and then violin a True Name, but to be very frank, like, I think the Klothys is going to kill us before we're going to kill them with True Name. Plus, they might have another Blast Zone in their deck to find. That could be bad. Okay, so yeah, if they do this, they can get Punishing Fire back. We go to 11. We'll be at 10 if we cast this. So then it'll be 2, 4, 6. I don't. 8, 9. I think I have to do this. Alright. I have to block with Thassa's Oracle here, and then hopefully that's good enough. Okay. Let's see if I can bail our asses out of the fire one more time. Question is going to be, do you draw Red Elemental Blast? Because that's the card we cannot beat right now, I think. Pretty much anything else, I think we're okay. I don't think we can do that. So now they have to do the math. They have to be able to kill me this turn. So I'm at 7. They attack with both of these. I have to block here. So I go to 5. Yeah, like they get. So I'm at. So now I'm at. Yeah, I'll be at 6. They can double punishing fire me and put me to 2, and then I just, I'm still alive by 1, I think. So what do you got? You have to deal 1 more damage to me. Right now the math I think checks out that we should be okay. What's this? Okay. I don't think that does anything, right? So you have to have Red Elemental Blast. That's it. Like, if you have Reb, then you win. So we went all in on this plan. So 2 cards left in hand. Is that one of them? Don't tap mana, don't tap mana, don't tap mana. Come on! Get there! Yes! Once again! Oh, Thassa, thank you! So good at this game. That's like every single match we've won at least one of these games with the combo. That's insane. Just bonkers. I love it. Alright, well, again, like, the Loam deck is very hard for us to beat, so the combo just gives us a way to try to punch through it. Like, yeah, you saw because, like, even, they had the Blast Zone, which, turned off the True Name Nemesis plan, so having a really strong plan B like that was what worked out for us. I think maybe if they waited till the end step to crack the Blast Zone instead, then that they might have been able to get there, but they made the mistake. Like, they cracked it too soon, and then we capitalized on their mistake. Because if they wait till the end step and just take the 3 damage, there's in slightly more risk, but I still think that it's probably fine enough. In that case, then I can't cast the Paradigm Shift because I have no cards in my graveyard and I won't be able to untap and play the Oracle. So I would be on the plan of I'd have to Trickster down the Collector Oath and then violate another True Name in their turn. So, alright, let's go. Round 5. We are on the play. Excellent. And we are up against Yorion. They're an 80-card deck, so finally we see Yorion rear his ugly head. Alright, let's see if we can show him what's what. Alright, so, I guess, sure, we'll do it. So play Snow-Covered Island, pass. They might think we're Delver. Unclaimed territory. Oh, Yorion Humans. Okay, excellent. So the chances that they have a way to interact with their combo is actually pretty low, I think. I guess they could have Force of Will, right? But I mean, just playing like Lords is probably a good way to attack this deck, so that's interesting. So we see Yorion in Legacy in the Humans deck. This is not the Snowco deck. So what do you got? Thalia? Usually Thalia is what you want to be doing here. Yeah, Thalia. Okay, that's fine. Okay, sure. Champion of the Parish. Alright, it's fine. So I will attack with the Lord here, because if they want to block, I will still kill. If they want to double block, I can kill both their things. I'm kind of encouraging them to do this, because I really want to be able to... I want to be able to block with this Lord, have it die, and then be able to Paradigm Shift on my turn, and then Thassa's Oracle the turn afterwards. So I'm basically begging them to kill this thing. This should be a very easy win with the shift if we can just live for 2 turns. And I think that we can do that. Yeah, because they're going to attack with the champion. I am 100% going to block with the Lord. I'm going to cast Paradigm Shift, and then I'm just going to cast Oracle. So there is no fucking way they soul read me and name Paradigm. Yeah, Force of Will. That's what I thought. They might have Force of Will in their deck. That's possible. Imperial Recruiter. Ugh, that's not great. So what are they going to name here? Or what are they going to... The Deputy of Detention. Okay, that's fine. That is perfect. I mean, you may as well attack with a champion, right? That's what I want you to do. Please, attack me with Champio. You know you want to do it. Yes! Yes, do it! Snap block this thing. Die, Lord. We're just hoping that this Humans deck does not have a Force in their hand. That's what we're banking on here, so. And that they don't have, like, a Meddling Mage to follow up, or, like, an image or something, so. I just need them not to prevent me from resolving this Thassa's Oracle. If I can do that, I win. I'm willing to take that chance because there's no way we're beating their aggro start. So they've left Vial and 2. I guess I'm blocking this Meddling Mage. Okay, that's fine. I'm not... That's okay. That's not the one. So I know one card in your hand is Deputy of Detention, so... Do you have a Force? No, that doesn't matter, because they have Ancient Ziggurat out, so, yeah, they lose. They can't cast Force. Oh, wait, do they have a 2-drop they can find that actually deals with this? That's a good... They could find Hushbringer if it's in their main deck? Oh, no! No! No, fuck. Alright. Alright, so they know what's up. Alright. Alright, we lose. So, okay, so yeah, the Charming Prince and the Recruiter was enough. Damn it, they had another Meddling Mage, so that's... Like, the problem is we weren't going to beat them in a fair game, so I think we had no choice but to try to fight them in a not fair game, so... So let's take out Chalice. Chalice is really poor against them. And I guess the other card we'll bring in is Venser. I could bring in Null Rod. I don't think Null Rod is like that useful though. Yeah, Mystical Dispute is actually fine because they do have blue creatures. If they're going to put Cavern of Souls on human, that means we can counter Deputy of Detention with this, so... I guess, like, we keep in Force just to force the Vial. It also, I guess, counters Yorion. Damn it. Alright, well, we really gave it our best shot there. I guess this is sort of okay. Alright, I'll keep it. And it's not amazing, but we have Lords, so we may as well... They mulled to 6. We have Lords and we have half of our combo, so... Carcass, okay. Aether Vial, sure. So we can just play Lord plus Dismember next turn. It's a human. So they might be doing Champion plus Thalia again. Charming Prince, okay. So we're probably going to Dismember Champion of the Parish. They're at 3 cards. I mean, like, I think this Dismember will be fine. So let's attack. We'll see if they want to double block. I don't think they will. Alright, well now they're going to get blown out. Alright, excellent. Fantastic. Now we can play this Thassa's Oracle, dig for a Paradigm Shift. We have the card in our graveyard to enable our win like that. We currently have enough power on the board to, like, you know, continue attacking. Interesting. Okay, well, I guess let's attack first. Let's see what they're gonna do. So we just drew it, so we'll see what happens. Okay. So part of the problem is if I play this Paradigm Shift, there might be a Meddling Mage, but I'm going to draw the Dismember next turn, so then I can always, if that is a problem, if they do Violent Meddling Mage, I will draw Dismember and I will Dismember it. So, all right, we got there. All right, excellent. Crushed humans in game 2. So we are on the draw for this game. Let's see. Guess, like, I could take out a force, but I don't know. I don't know if that's worth it. We don't get to 4 mana very often with this. Take out a Mystical Dispute, I guess. I don't know. Like, this could still be relevant because, like I said, it counters Deputy of Detention. I don't know. It's pretty close, I think. Alright, I'm going to leave it like this and we'll just pray. Alright, can we do this one more time? So, we've seen the combo bail us out every single round so far. So, can we do it one last time? Well, this is a very easy mulligan, so they're keeping 7 cards. We have to mulligan. This is not particularly good. No. We're going to keep this and we're going to pray. We're going to put Shift and Venser on the bottom. Sure, Champio. Go for it. I don't know, like, how exactly we're going to win this game, but it's going to probably depend on this card resolving and then this card resolving. So I guess I'm going to play Thassa's Oracle next turn and try to put more lands on top. Maybe a force. I want this Oracle to die. Oh, fucking hell. Alright, so here's a good question. Do I put this island on top here? I guess I do put the island on top because it gives me the possibility in like 2 turns that I could potentially, like, if I get to 4 mana, then I can just try to jam both of these at the same time. they play a human, I'm just gonna block with Oracle, let the Oracle die, and then just go for it. Okay, sure. This is gonna come down to whether they have like Meddling Mage in their hand. So actually, you know what? Maybe I should have dug to see if I could find a force, because that seems like that could matter. So we're kind of gambling here. The thing is, we're gonna die in 2 turns anyway, so like right now they're attacking for 8 damage, so if they have Meddling Mage, like the game is over regardless. They have to Meddling Mage exactly this turn. That's the only card that saves them, I think, so. Alright, we'll let you win. Damn it! Fuck. Maybe I should have probably dug for force instead of this island. That was a mistake, so. I don't know, like, yeah, if we didn't find force, then we weren't going to win anyway, so they just had it. They had the main deck Meddling Mage to turn off our combo, and they had the aggro start in both games 1 and 3 to like slow us down enough, so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's much we could have done about that. Like, our draw in the 3rd game was also really poor. Like, if we had drawn like Mystical Dispute instead of one of those Thassa's Oracles, like that actually could have won us the game as well. Or like I said, either Dispute or a Force would have got there, so. But I mean, we were on like what, 5 cards or some shit like that. Or no, was it? No, it was. Do we mulligan 6 cards, right? What exactly do we keep? I think land, cavern, like 2 shifts, 2 oracles, something like that. Or did we keep like 3 oracle and 1? I don't know. It's something along that line. Like, it was not a good hand. Like, it was very all in on like this has to resolve, and like we didn't have the protection for it. So, but I think it was a mistake not to try to dig for a protection. Like, we should have dug for Force of Will, because that at least gave us it would have gave us a chance. If it would have had to have been in the top 3 cards, and we know it wasn't the top 2, so if we could have potentially drawn 1 more card trying to find it. I don't know. I think this list definitely has potential. The only card that really didn't seem to be doing very much was Curse Catcher. Like, I don't know. The games that we were winning on aggro were not really because of Curse Catcher, so maybe Mystical Dispute, maybe we should play more of these and like less of these. If we're going to play combo heavy, like Dispute seemed like it was pretty fine, so like I said, in that scenario, if we had Dispute, that would have been good. Maybe it even, like, maybe that means we don't need as many of these in the board. The only thing is, like, this is really bad against the green decks, but as we saw, like, Shift and Oracle kind of, they cover that hole already, so it might be worth it. Like, maybe Curse Catcher's just not that great at this point, so. I mean, even against Delver, like, countering the Oko was really good with the Dispute, so. I could see cutting these for more of these, for sure. I don't know, like, 3-2 is not bad. Like I said, one of them was really close against, what was it? The Delver deck, right? They had to have exactly double bolt, and they did. I think they had to brainstorm to find it. So, like, it was just kind of a dice roll on the last brainstorm, and yeah, the Humans deck needed to have exactly Meddling Mage in that turn. So, it is, you know what, it is what it is. But I still think, yeah, this list is fine. I would absolutely continue playing this. I think this is a good way to go forward with Fishies. So. I don't know if I want to change much in the side, but like I think these cards are all fine. Because if we ever go up against like Show and Tell, we definitely want this card in the sideboard. But it's possible we don't need all the Force of Negations in the sideboard. I mean, we only kind of want them if we're up against like Reanimator on the draw. But I mean, for basically anything else, like, you know, if we go up against Show and Tell, like the Dispute's probably better. I guess this is also fine if we go up against Bomberman. We probably need the Force of Negate. And you know what? No, we did need it against the Loam deck. So you know what? This is, you probably keep it. Yeah, I think we're gonna keep this as is. Like, yeah, maybe we just Curse Catcher goes for more Mystical Disputes, and that's pretty much all we want to change. Like, because we didn't see any Plague Engineers, but that they are still out there. So like, I don't want to play like Phantasmal Image or anything like that. I don't know. This card might be fine. We'll have to just test it some more, but I mean, it looked promising to start with, so that's all I've got for now. I will see you guys on Thursday, and I have not 100% decided what we're gonna play yet, but it'll probably be more historic. So I just reached the platinum tier, so like we're finally at like the real tier. for the historic rank now, where like you need like the 50% plus win rate in order to progress on it. So now, like in historic, we'll actually be able to see if Merfolk is going to be able to push its way forward in the ladder or not. So otherwise, yeah, it's all I've got for now. So please, if you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. You know, tell me some comments if you enjoyed the gameplay, if you've been playing similar lists, anything. I want to hear anything you got to tell me. So I will see you guys later. Take it easy.